Welcome back to ChromaZero, where we continue to try and understand this mysterious world. So I have been thinking about this game, and it's one of those where the map we see here is that's the whole map, that's the whole game, right? I assume having go to this gate is our objective. So even though it's right in front of us, we cannot yet reach it. Everything in this game is purely about us gaining the knowledge and the understanding in order to get in there. So far we've only just about explored the outer areas, and I've actually not quite really explored the final 4th plane. So that's what we're gonna try and focus on today, but in order to do that we have to gather the colors first, so that we even have enough to rotate this thing before we get to anything else. As far as I know is everything we can get from the first plane. Then we can rotate, and there is definitely more to get from the temples here, even just from the doors. And even though the game showed me this exists and we can check our balance, I do keep turning and looking at the doors, so I need to... And they're not even the doors, they're just counters. Okay, there's nothing here other than the door. They're just counters. The first time I saw them, I was like, are there doors? And I just keep calling those things doors. They're just counters. We can afford another turn. So I've been to here, but yes, the hexagon here is blocked by this orb. So yeah, let's visit the 4th plane. So we've looked at this before, where there is this pool, and I managed to kind of turn it off, but with that suck up energy mechanic, but I don't really understand what that does or what it means. Like, it does something because our cursor flashes, but I don't quite know yet. But yes, I've noticed from afar that there are those trees and they're all on, which means if we turn them off, then our balance should be looking much larger. And hopefully that means we can do more things and maybe understand this temple. Because this is the... Yeah, on the first plane there are those rooms with 4 cubes of each color, but we never had enough to turn them all on. So what is it gonna do? It opens... I mean, this looks like the gate in the middle, so does it open something just in the temple? In the temple it doesn't take us anywhere, but if we do it in those rooms, it will take us somewhere. Well, only one way to find out. Yeah, and next turn we're back to the start. So now if we go in here and we turn all of the blue cubes on, is that going to do something? Something beeped. That thing is on now. Can we cross it? Or do we need to turn all of them on? Okay, well, we should have enough. And then turn all of those cubes on. And then we still have the room on the other side. And let's hope this leads us to something. Something new, something revealing. Oh, we're getting pulled away. Yep, they have appeared for us in the pool now. And what do they have to say to us? It's kind of warm right here. That certainly did something. Hey, things actually feel a little more balanced, I think. Let's keep going, there's more to understand on the other rings. Oh, and this should help. You certainly noticed that rotating the rings one way costs energy. But did you realize that if you rotate them the other way, it generates energy instead? Well, that's what I thought that one temple was teaching us, where the thing shrank when you turn it, but then it inflated you turn the other way, but I don't know how to turn it the other way. You're ready. Give it a shot. Is there gonna be a second button? Yeah, rotate the rings in reverse to accumulate energy. But how? How? Okay, what's happening now then? How can I rotate it the other way? Because here we have this one button, which only rotates it forward. What am I missing? Like, there's still an option to just go into this hexagon at the top. Like if we bind. Yeah, because we can make this solid, but I think it will take us to the side there, because that one takes us here. Well, let's see. No? This one doesn't take us anywhere? Interesting. Okay, well, the question remains, how can we turn it the other way? Because I've discovered that we can turn it 45 degrees if we just use like one color when I used red, but this didn't turn at all. Okay, blue didn't turn it at all. Green didn't turn it at all. Oh, okay, so we can span the different colors to rotate the different shapes by 45 degrees. So that's even weirder than what I thought. Because yeah, now this is sort of in here. Like, I don't think that lets us get in there right now. But I assume it will have some use and some meaning later on. Okay, but that's still not turning it the other way. How do I turn it the other way? Because yeah, all three, there's just interacting turns the whole thing. And yeah, we don't have much remaining. Actually, our blue is out, so that's going to yeah, why are those not taking me anywhere now? Is it because I left it uncovered? Can I only teleport to a solid shape? So if I left it open, they're no longer able to teleport me? So I can still return here, but that also cost me energy. Yeah. Oh. But yeah, interesting, because I only lost blue square in the center has disappeared, but not the other squares. So we can selectively destroy, but I'm not sure that's the way to go right now. Maybe later there will be something. So yeah, I'm just looking out and trying to figure out what our best steps are. Because yeah, there was also the thing about, that's the other thing, the thing that was shrinking and growing was also like those dome in that square. So are we able to shrink those if we're turning the other way? Well, I think it's time for a restart, or let's just press this destroy button, I guess. Wait, is this not the destroy button? Oh, it's just a turn button. It's just when we do this for the first time, we probably have no color budget, and that's why everything breaks. Interesting that cylinder does not get destroyed, but I don't think we can teleport, right? Because we're 0 red, so if we do this, it will cause the full-on destruction. Yep. Spin the world as it blows apart. Well, time for restart it is. Okay, what does it mean? What does it do? where does it take us? So that's what, we're on 0, 0, 0. So if we spin here, that's why everything falls apart. But then, what does it mean that we can also rotate from here, not just from the bottom? How we'll be able to use this? Well, for now, let's go through my standard procedure of gathering all of the colors that I know there are to gather. So yeah, the domes do start small. They are inflating when we turn, which means yes, if we can figure out where the button is or the power is to turn it the other way, then we can shrink them, and then we can gain access to that green hexagon. Yes, it's all about noticing things and all about making those connections. Okay, so if we use all of the colors, so we use the bind button or just whatever the shortcut is for all the colors, then we can rotate backwards. But that just means we can keep generating colors. So it feels like at the start the puzzles are, oh, how do I get enough color balance to be able to do anything? But afterwards, it's just like, oh yeah, you thought that was the puzzle? This goes deeper, because now you have to figure out what to do with those. So yeah, I can just spin it around a bunch to both get the colors, but I also, yeah, shrunk the spheres. So yeah, we can return to area 1 and just get those gates activated. And yeah, we don't have to worry too much about budgets anymore. But that means there's probably other things we have to worry about. And we don't even know what those are. Like, I don't know what we have to worry about right now. Okay, so those ones are now on. Still don't know what to do with those pools. Okay, well, we've eliminated the domes. But they're at the top now. So we can just backward spin until we're there and see what that gives us. They're much smaller now, which means we have access to the green hexagon. Okay, now we're upside down. We're upside down in here, but of course we cannot jump, so it seems we would have to be over there. So there's a blue hexagon, and then a bridge we can maybe activate, and then we'll be able to go in. So this is giving us a taste of the finish, but I don't think we're near the finish quite yet. But that means we can now jump down into the previous zone and talk to them here. Hey, glad you made it. If you're bored of this magenta area, I know there's a way you can use a rotate button to only spin one ring at a time. I get your past and future a little mixed up. Has past already done that? Yes, past me has already done that. I figured it out before the backward spinning. And positive future, you can do it. One ring spins are pretty cool, honestly. Really shakes up the place. Nice job, future you. Oh yeah, because then, oh yeah, if we have this rotated upside down and then we teleport to green, then we should be able to get to blue. But I'm not sure that gets us somewhere like that, because obviously the bridge is in the air, so we have to fall onto it. Okay, so what can we do in this magenta area? I guess this is like the top of a pyramid of some sort. But yes, we don't have access to the spin button from here, so we have to spin it here first a specific way and then come here. I guess the only thing here is this. Okay, this doesn't go anywhere right now, but I assume it goes somewhere if we turn all the cubes on. Maybe? No. Okay, game, be like this. Unless we need it like activated so we can teleport into it from somewhere. I'm not quite sure. Anything here? Not really, just more trees, some shapes. Okay, so I think if we jump down, we can start messing around with spinning the internal and external shapes. because those dome got smaller, but it didn't particularly do anything. What's this here about? Ooh. Okay, we've brought them in over here. Hi. Just wanted to let you know, in case you haven't realized already, the hexagonal boxes, like that green one nearby, enable you to engage in multi-dimensional travel instantaneously. It's super cool, right? But a warp box needs its exit node to be sealed too, otherwise all that cool superposition extra dimensionality would not work. The magic only happens behind the curtain. It's a quantum rule. So anyway, close the warp behind you so you can use it again. Unless you just want a quiet place to have some privacy or something. Yes, just close yourself in a hexagon and be like, please don't bother me. We had that thing where that teleport didn't work, or no, that teleport didn't work because that one's open. So that means if we close it, we can then do it. And obviously we want to do some sort of spinny rotation thing because they're at the top there. We can talk to them if we can reach them. Let's do some backward spinning so we can see what else is there to do. Here they are at the top. So if we close this teleport, and then we can activate those walls and bridges. Oh no, we can't activate the bridges from the floor. But yeah, we can activate the walls so they catch us when we fall sideways. Huh? Here they are to talk to us again. Yes, now that we figured out we can basically have infinite color budget, things get a lot easier in terms of just activating anything I want to activate. There's a bunch of me's hanging out in this area. Signal and you'll see them. Above the red warp, inside those cool looking concrete ring spheres. Anyway, you've never gonna talk to them by jumping or climbing, so maybe you can try falling from above them. Yes, that's what I figured already. I just need to be able to do the falling bit. Because I'm pretty sure we teleport to here from this one, which means we're going to be sideways when that happens. So now if we use this teleport, then is that going to work? Yes, we are now sideways. Okay, and we fall here. So we can activate the bridge, but we can't yet go to it because we want to do this upside down. I guess we can do this in multiple steps, right? Because if we go to the inner ring, we could fall down to it. Let me just take a look from above. Yeah, because to be upside down in this one, we would have to be on this side. But, well, I guess what we can do is we can spin the green and the blue and just see where that gets us, if we can visit different sides on that side. So we need this one to be available here, but then green one, like we can explore this side, and then blue one, do we also want to try it upside down? Yep. So let's try it in this turn. Oh, but what? Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it now because that teleport is not closed because I fell out of it upside down, which means I couldn't close it. Well, now that we know we can basically generate the colors, we can just restart and we don't have to do the whole sequence of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pick up the bits and pieces, right? Like we could even probably do it from here. Yes, we're generating colors by just spinning, so do that quick, set everything up, and yeah, then we can explore. So green, we wanna spin it, and blue, we wanna spin it. And at least if we're teleporting to the floor, we're also able to close the teleport, so then it's not blocked. Okay, let's see if we can utilize this knowledge. Okay, in, out, And close it behind us. Okay, yeah, so this blue is actually above us here, but okay, we closed it, which means whatever goes there will be able to activate. Well, let's check out this shape, because I think there are things underneath. We can't fall into this hole though, so we have to go down first. Yes, there are shapes lying around. Not sure if we need them activated. Yep, it did something. Now they appear on the top. So we can't quite reach them yet. We're gonna have to teleport again. Which I guess we can do by just jumping down. There's another one here. That's definitely a yellow warp box at the peak. But how can you reach it? Have you already? I get confused. I could fit through that hole up top, but you've got a giant camera for a head, so that's not happening. No, there aren't any companion yellow warp boxes for you to use. I guess you'll have to mix yourself one. See you up there, Elsie. Oh yes, because the teleports are paired based on their colors. But that means, yeah, we're gonna have to make one? Because there was that one room that taught us about if we turn different lights on and off, that makes things change color. Which, oh yeah, there was one box that was surrounded with colored, no. There was one box surrounded by magenta boxes and there was a dome surrounded by different colors. Interesting, interesting. Because yeah, here we could change those lights, those boxes, but we can't reach. So you have to be at the top there somehow, upside down. Teleport, another one of those. This one has the blue and red lit up and the green empty. Again, I am sure this means something. I just cannot understand yet. Okay, so this is at the bottom here now. But that means we can spin the green some more. But yes, I'm also trying to look for a teleport that could be manipulated. Well, there are colored boxes there. So if we spin the green, and then we can fall down there and see where that takes us. Yep, we're back here. Make sure to close it. And what's happening here? Okay, that's one of those gate things. So actually, if we turn this all on, this will turn on. And he will visit us again. Yep. Hello. Honestly, I don't hang around here too much. Not sure what's going on here. Black is not really my style, you know. If this universe had a master sword, I'd totally hide it right under this middle obelisk though. Also, I think you may be wondering about the water here in my universe. I bet you could swim through it if you change up your own energy first. Yeah, I was wondering about those pools. Yeah, to remove water, charge your energy, hold RGB, then interact with the water. That's what I was doing, and it didn't do it until it eventually randomly did it in that one pool, but I wasn't quite sure what that meant. But I guess we can keep trying with that. Okay, so it's purely just dark here with some weird obelisk. Again, maybe something later. Okay, let's try another side, since we can just keep going. Spinning the boxes, aligning different things. Okay, so now we have this teal construction. So yeah, I was just spinning it to get more points quickly, but yes, this is water. So if we charge this... Okay, we just have to keep holding until it goes away. Okay, but that, what does that do? What does it mean? Can we remove those smaller pool as well then? No, that one doesn't seem to. Okay, eventually you get it to a state where it can go away. But again, it's for something. I just don't know what yet. Like if we remove all of it, does something happen? Will there be something hidden in one of the pools? Okay, let's go back to exploring the new areas. Close it behind us, don't forget. Yep. They're there at the top. Elsie! You like water slides? I love water slides. It's the only thing I turn on my gravity for. Do you see the me that's over there near those black obelisks? I will flash it if you signal. But I'm a bit quick there. I have something very important to tell you, but as it happens, I only tell you when you're over there. So after you've done water sliding, go visit me over there. And as you already have. Linearity is so confusing. But the black obelisk, I mean, I did visit you by the black obelisk already. So we're good? Yeah, but there's water here. Yes, that's what they had to tell me, right? To remove water. Okay, I rode the water slide but kept the camera dry. Okay, I assume we can climb back up. So if we remove all the water here... There is a secret entrance. Okay, let's go from the top and just remove it all, just to make sure we've got everything up. Can we go from the top? Yes, just if I don't fall off the stairs. Okay, let's remove it. No water. Okay, yeah, so there's just a hole here. Yes, it's all something. Okay, that made the little beep noise that we've unlocked something. Okay, well, I guess we can jump in and start exploring inside. Yes, there's a whole area inside. There's a couple of them here. Hidden stuff under a water wall? Yes, sorry, I had to. Have you already talked to me in that other room over there? I think I found something super important. Also, I was thinking about all those colorful trees surrounding the magenta tower. The me in the yellow pyramid likes to tell you my ideas on that though. I'm a little weak in the yellow pyramid, so make sure you turn all those lights on first and then balance those cubes in there. Yeah, but we have to somehow get up to the lights first. Inside this red cube is an empty black object. It's one of those cool concentric ring spheres. Elsie, I bet you $5 that you can't make the object in the red. No way, no how. Even I can't do it. Of course I have $5. You didn't bring your wallet? Ah, okay. So this isn't something we can turn on and off. But they were... I mean, there are lights here, but that might be a bit far for it. Interesting. What else is here? There's one of those temple pyramids, but it's blocked. And there is another room here, yeah. Yeah, 3 magenta squares with blue inside them containing the numbers 1, 2 and 3, blue background. Okay. Since you arrived, things have been, what's the word? Changing? What a feeling. Is it like that for you all the time? It must be your influence. I'd like to show you something. I copied this from inside of the magenta tower, so you could see it here. Pretty good, yeah? Especially considering I can't even hold a pen. You don't have arms. I didn't understand this image before, but now I might. I think it has to do with the order in which the rings lose their power. Yeah, that's what we saw, with them just disappearing one by one. But that was because we were disappearing the colors? There's certainly one more key. Some way to consolidate their power. I'm going up to the light gate to be sure. Another me will teach you one more thing soon, and after that you should meet me up there. This is exciting. I can feel my oscillations getting more frequent. Well, well, well. Well, we can turn this off just for fun. Sometimes they're like, oh yeah, we're teaching you things, and I'm like, I don't think I have the prerequisite knowledge to understand what you're talking about. This is just a dark corner. Well, I guess that's fine anyway, because we want to explore the one extra side. I know there's no more. Okay, so what now? I guess we can talk to them on top of the yellow pyramid, because they only appeared after we were no longer up there. So spin the green. And then let's go. So bright. Ah, shield my eyes. You don't have eyes. Do I have eyes? Do you have hands? I could have sworn you were just inside there, still trying to reach the yellow warp. Last time I checked, red plus green light can mix to make yellow. And since I'm mostly made of light, I check pretty often. Yep, still accurate. Hey, even green plus red equals yellow. What do you know? Go mix yourself that yellow warp. Yeah, I mean, I would like to, but I'm not sure how to reach, because I can't do anything from here. So what am I missing? Because yeah, I could make those shelves solid from here, but I can't reach any of that. Like I need to be upside down in here. And how do I get upside down in here? I guess, well, I turn it upside down, but then how do I get upside down in here and do not fall? Like, how do I get to it while it's upside down and don't fall? That's the question. Because it would be like, oh, if you go to the yellow warp, you will be upside down in here. But that's not going to work if we don't have a yellow warp to match it with. Oh yeah, there was something about the trees. If we maybe turn on, like, if something is surrounding something and we turn it on, usually things happen. So let's turn the trees on around the magenta stack. Okay. Oh no, I did not close the teleporter. Well, restart is always a thing. We don't have to do things in order anymore, and especially that we can just generate energy. It absolutely does not matter what we do. Okay, I turned them all on, but nothing happened. Oh well. That's disappointing. So yeah, this doesn't go anywhere right now because there is no magenta teleporter either. So how can we make one somewhere that's the right color? Will this change color? Like, are those enough of a light? No, because they just turn white. They're not lights. Are those domes lights? I just noticed that something I did turned on one of the black obelisks on that plane on. But now I'm not sure what it was. So that will be an interesting one to figure out next time, as this game definitely continues to intrigue me. If you enjoy my content, consider liking or subscribing, and I will see you soon on another adventure.